What's up YouTube, it's Apex Mayhem back with a brand new video. This time again it's going to be on Call of Duty World War II. Been playing this on the PS4 literally every single day and I'm absolutely loving it. I've only got 1 day, 1 hour game time out in a minute, just because I haven't had a chance to play it as much as I would like to. But it's a very fun game despite its flaws, and in this video I'm just going to be going through my classes that I found best to use. My playstyle is kind of a run and gun kind of player. I'm always looking to get into the action. I don't like sitting around in corners. So if you've got a similar type of play style, hopefully you'll find these classes worthwhile. I also snipe quite a lot, like quick scoping. I have done since Call of Duty World War II and Cod 4. The sniper division I'm mentioning here will be purely based on quick scoping, not for kind of like slow gameplay, but I will touch base on that in the video. So as I say, starting off with a sniper. You 100% should be using the mountain division. There is no other division you should be using for this. You get the sharpshooter perk. You're invisible to UAVs and player control streaks like the kamikaze run, and you've also got silent movement. Silent movement is the biggest benefit to this division by an absolute mile, just because footsteps are so loud on this game. Including your own and friendly footsteps. So if you can't hear your own footsteps and you know no friendlies are about, you 100% know that there's an enemy nearby. So this is a massive benefit to this division. The sniper of choice I use is the Kar 98. Other ones you could use are the M1903, which again can one hit kill pretty easily, and the Lee Enfield is also pretty good, though I have had a couple of times where I get hit markers with that sniper. So yeah, Cod 98 is my favourite gun to use. It's an old Cod Cod 2 gun as well. I used to love it on that game, so it's a bit of deja vu using this gun. The perks, the attachments I'm using, on the sniper are the ballistic calibration for the reduced sway. Obviously, it's a big benefit for snipers because as standard they do sway left to right quite a bit. I've also got extended mags. I'm always going for clips, so I could do the extra bullets in each magazine, especially if you miss a couple. It's a bit unforgiving without extended mags on, and because I'm using the primed basic training, I get an additional perk to additional attachment to use on the gun. I've decided to use rapid fire because FMJ isn't really needed. The 4x scope would make the sharpshooter focus redundant on the mountain division, so it only really leaves rapid fire left, and you can tell a bit of a difference when you're quick scoping. Feels like you can get bullets off quicker with each shot, so I definitely recommend putting that on. The reason I'm using the primed basic training, my god, you get an additional primary attachment, as I've just mentioned, always beneficial on guns. You can't go wrong with too many attachments, and yeah, you get flinch less when being shot at. When you're quick scoping, obviously you're like up close quite a lot of the time, so having less flinch when you're being shot at is a massive bonus. It does feel a little bit OP, I'll be honest. Maybe they'll end up getting a nerf with that, because I've seen a couple of people complaining on the forums, etc. But at the moment, that is 100% the best basic training perk that I could think of to use. If you are a bit more of a slow-paced sniper though, you like sitting back or you move around the edge of the maps, I would recommend using the lookout training instead. Basically, this gives you increased minimap coverage. And the minimap as standard is quite small. It's a restricted view compared to previous CODs, and you also get to see enemy targets from further away. So obviously, as a sniper, that's a big bonus for you. But yeah, as I say, primed is the one that I use currently. Secondary, I use the 1911 pistol. Machine pistol is also a very good pistol to use at shreds, as is the first pistol, the P08 as well. But I like using the 1911. To be fair, it's a free hit kill, and I put high caliber on it as well because I like hitting the headshots and you get increased bullet damage. Sometimes I drop people in 2 bullets if you land 1 headshot and one chest shot. So I'd recommend using that, and I just use the standard frag grenades. I can't be bothered with all the sticky grenades, smokes, etc. I like just getting an early frag off when I spawn in, and that's it, done then. Moving on to the assault rifles. Obviously, as a lot of people will know, the bar is currently the strongest gun in the game. 100% should be using the infantry division. This gives you the additional primary attachment, which, as I said earlier, you can't go wrong with too many attachments on your gun. You actually get extra magazines as well to use. Sorry about that, that's my phone. You get extra magazines to use as well on the gun. Always beneficial again when you're in gunfights with multiple people. You need those extra bullets. And move significantly faster while aiming down sights. This is definitely the biggest positive to this division. It's essentially using stock from the old Call of Duties on your gun, and with the assault rifles being quite slow with aim down sights and strafing, this benefit is definitely worth putting onto your assault rifle guns. The attachments I use the reflex sight, and I've changed the reticle so it's the red dot sight. It's quite for an old school game, World War II. The red dot sight on this is actually quite modern, futuristic kind of look, and it's very nice to use. So I use that because I'm not a particular fan of the iron sights on this gun. I use high caliber. I use this on all of my assault rifles, and I have done since they introduced it to the Call of Duty games. I've got quite good accuracy with my assault rifles, so as soon as you hit that headshot, it's giving you that increased bullet damage, and you can just shred people quicker. Extra bullets, the extended magazines. Again, I'm utilising the additional attachments that I can use from the primed basic training and also the division benefit. So I'm putting extended mags on because quite often I'm going for clips and I'm in the middle of multiple gunfights, especially in this game where they can come from like any direction. You need to have those bullets ready for any kind of encounter. And I also use grip. There's been a recent patch on the bar as well where it's increased the recoil a little bit to try and give it a bit of a nerf. So using the grip just kind of counteracts that, and it's just a manageable level. Again, I'm using the same pistol with high caliber, and I'm just using the frag grenade again. Again, I'm using the prime basic training. Reduce flinch when you're being shot at is a huge positive for you in one-to-one gunfights, or even 1v2s. It just means you can quickly get your bullets off without having your aim being bounced around everywhere. And also you get that additional attachment that I've just mentioned. Moving on, the other assault rifle that's very good in this game is the STG 44. I'm currently using the Red Baron variant, which I unlocked in one of the loot boxes. Looks really cool as well actually, but goes well with the Red Guard outfit. Using exactly the same attachments again. High caliber for the increased headshot damage, extended mags, grip, except instead of a red dot sight, I actually use advanced rifling on this gun. I found that at range, the STG drops off in how effective it is compared to the bar, for example. And the STG's iron sights are really nice to use on this game, in my opinion. So I use the advanced rifling for that additional damage for long distance gunfights. Up to you. If you're not bothered about that, or you feel that you can manage the long distance fights, then go ahead and put a red dot on, or maybe even put quick draw on, for example. I don't actually use quick draw on my guns because a lot of the time, how I play, I kind of hit fire first and then get the sights up. Hit firing on this game is a massive must do. It's massively beneficial for you in gunfights, and if you can land like 2 bullets on someone by hip firing and then get your aim up, they're already halfway to being dead. It's 4 bullet kill with the STG. So yeah, I don't use quick draw on my assault rifles. Again, same pistol, same attachment, high caliber, and using the frag grenade. Moving on to the SMGs. There's a couple of ones you can use here, but I actually prefer using the grease gun and the PPSH, which is definitely the best gun in the game for in the SMG class. So I did a grease gun first, using the airborne division. Again, shouldn't be using any other division for the SMGs. The benefits are the SMG suppressor, which is great for going stealth mode if you need to, especially if you're in search and destroy, for example. You don't want to give your position away, so putting on a suppressor, and you can only use suppressors on the SMGs in this game as well. So obviously it's a massive benefit for you to use. sprint for longer distances, climbing over obstacles faster, increased sprint speed, all of which are like go hand in hand with SMGs and the run and gun play style that you should be using with them. So shouldn't really be using any other division for this. The grease gun actually has a slower aim down sight speed than the PPSH and the Type 100, for example. So to counteract that, I'll use the quick draw attachment. Although I will hip fire first with this gun, because it is slower than the other two SMGs that I use, it is worth just using this attachment. I'll also put advanced rifling on for that increased damage at range. The SMGs, as they always have, drop off at range quite significantly, so I'll use this attachment to kind of counteract that. And also extended mags gives you an extra 15 bullets per mag. With how quickly you can get through bullets on this game, especially when you're in like a long gunfight with someone, having the extra 15 bullets could be the make or break of that gunfight for you. Same pistol again, same basic training. I literally don't use any of the basic training. And again, I'm just using the standard frag grenade. And again, onto the PPSH. Definitely the best SMG in the game. Absolutely rips through people. Got a great fire rate. Got good range. The recoil isn't too bad. On this one though, I do use grip instead of quick draw, just because you can hit fire with this gun so effectively. I don't very often need to bring up the scope straight away. I'll be hit firing and then bring it up afterwards. Up to you though. You could use quick draw instead if you wanted, and if you feel you don't need to use the grip. I just like to have as little recoil as possible, so I've got all of my shots landing on the people. Advanced rifling again for that additional damage at range, always beneficial on the SMGs. Plus the extended mags again, because of how quick the fire rate is on this gun. You're getting an extra 17 bullets per magazine, so 100% recommend using this. You could also use the Type 100 as well. If you are going to use the Type 100, I would recommend using the exact same perks I'm using on the PPSH, because it's got a very quick aim down sight speed as well, so you don't really need the quick draw attachment. You could also use the WAF 100, I think it's pronounced, and I haven't used it too much, but I have found that rapid fire is very effective on that gun. It absolutely rips through people when you're up close, but it does take more bullets to kill than the 3 SMGs I've just mentioned. And those are my classes that I'm using basically. Those are the ones I found most effective in public lobbies, also a little bit of competitive on game battles. So I hope this video will have helped you, and hopefully will help to increase your KD ratio and go on some nice kill streaks. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Thank you and peace.